So the first thing we'll go ahead and do is to click this kite well right here, well number 4. Then we're brought into this view right here where you see all the metadata that's uploaded for this well automatically when we did the mass upload. So that was just what it was in the sheet. To the right here, we see the well data that has been added. We've added PVT production data and the wellbore configuration data. We'll get back to that later, but we haven't done any analysis yet. Of course, you can edit the data directly here, or you can click Edit All and edit this metadata for all the wells in the same or in one given project. The first thing we'll go ahead and do is to click the PVT icon here, or you can also click it up here. It doesn't really matter. So this one right here, under analysis, this is a link, or you can click this icon right here. That brings you to the PVT module. And here we're going to run the PVT calculation for this well. And to do that, you need to open this reservoir fluid composition card right here by clicking the Edit Reservoir Fluid Composition icon up to the right. And what opens then is essentially a view of the initial producing GOR the first 100 days. For this well, we actually know we have more than that available in terms of production data, but it's automatically zoomed into 100 days. And your job as an engineer is to go in and then, interpret whether this is a 750 or whether it's, a 1200 type of well. And it looks like after the cleanup here that this well is stabilizing at some number around 750. So I'll go ahead and just type it in here. So here, if I type in a number, that changes this line right here, or I can drag and drop it as well. So I'll just type in 750 and use that as my number in this case. And then you just click Save, and the software will then go in and estimate the reservoir fluid composition based on that input. So it will be a reservoir fluid composition that with that equation of state is exactly replicating that GOR when it's processed through the provided process right here. That's used to create this phase envelope that you see in front of us here. And it's also used to create these PVT tables automatically. These PVT tables can, of course, be exported into any third-party tool by clicking this export button up to the right, any of the commercially available simulators, etc. Or they're automatically actually used in the back end from here for this well. So if any of the calculation that requires PVTs, whether it's bottom pressure calculations, fluid material balance, RTA, numerical RTA, or numerical modeling, these PVT properties are already being used automatically. If you have more advanced data, then obviously you can pick another method. So if you actually have the fluid composition, you can use the fluid composition. If you have the separated composition and would like to do the recombination, you can do that. If you have an estimate of your GOR and saturation pressure, you can do that. If you're dealing with a dry gas fluid, maybe it makes more sense to provide the specific gravity. But in this case, we'll keep it simple, and we'll go ahead and just use the GOR method, which is the most used method in the software.